You think you know your car. You think you've been keeping it in top shape. But let me stop you right there. If you've ever glanced at that little sticker on your car door and obediently set your tire pressure to 32 psi, thinking, "Yep, I'm following the rules," I need you to hear this. You've been doing it wrong your entire life. And it's not just a tiny mistake. It's quietly draining your wallet, destroying your tires, and turning your car's handling into a guessing game every time you take a turn. I remember the first time I realized this. I had just bought a brand new set of premium all-season tires, rated for 60,000 miles. I was meticulous, religiously checking pressure every month, keeping it exactly at 32 psi, rotating the tires every 5,000 miles, and yet, 18,000 miles later, the outer edges of those tires were shredded, completely bald. The centers, barely touched. I was furious. These tires were supposed to last me 60,000 miles. I walked into my tire shop, fuming, and the technician asked, casually, "What pressure are you running?" I said, 32 psi. "The sticker on the door says so." He gave me that look, the one mechanics give when they've seen this mistake 100 times, and said, "There's your problem." Turns out, everything I thought I knew about tire pressure was a lie. That little sticker on your door jamb isn't telling the whole truth. It's not the optimal pressure for your tires. It's the minimum safe pressure your car can handle when it's loaded to the absolute max. 5 people in the cabin, a trunk full of luggage, driving at highway speeds. That number on the sticker is designed for worst-case scenarios, not for your everyday commute with just a couple of passengers and a few bags of groceries. When your car is lightly loaded, those low pressures cause your tires to flex too much. The sidewalls bow outward, the center of the tread lifts slightly, and all the weight is transferred to the edges. That's why my tires were eaten alive at the edges while the centers were barely touched. So what's the secret then? How do you get the perfect tire pressure? The one that saves your tires, improves handling, and even boosts fuel economy. First, you need to stop blindly following the door sticker. Every tire has a maximum pressure rating molded right into the sidewall. It'll say something like max press 51 psi or max load 1,400 pounds at 44 psi cold. That number is the upper limit, not the target. The sweet spot for most passenger car tires is usually 10 to 15% below that maximum, which for many cars lands somewhere between 38 and 42 psi. Yes, I know what you're thinking, but I've always heard high-pressure tires are dangerous and harsh. That's partially true. Overinflated tires can be dangerous, but only if you go beyond the tire's maximum rating. Running a 40 psi tire in a 51 psi rated tire? That's not overinflated. That's perfect. After destroying my first set of tires, I replaced them and inflated the new set to 40 psi. Since then, I've driven 35,000 miles, and the wear has been perfectly even. No more bald edges, no more guesswork. And the best part? My fuel economy improved from 26.4 miles per gallon to 28.1 miles per gallon, a 6.4% improvement, which saves me roughly $130 a year. Add the extra lifespan of my tires, and I'm saving nearly $300 annually, all from doing one simple thing correctly. And yes, the car handles better, more predictably, turns in sharper, and feels planted on the road. But here's where most people get tripped up. Before you rush to inflate your tires to 50 psi, remember these critical caveats. Never exceed your tire's maximum rated pressure. Going over can cause blowouts, especially when tires heat up from driving. Adjust pressure based on load. More passengers or cargo. Increase pressure closer to the door sticker, or even slightly higher. Less load. Stick to optimal, slightly higher than the door number. Check cold. Tires heat up as you drive, increasing pressure. Always check first thing in the morning. Sports cars and staggered tires might need slightly different pressure, but still, don't guess. Winter changes everything. Cold air contracts. For every 10 degrees Fahrenheit drop, tire pressure drops about 1 psi. Check frequently when seasons change. Now let's talk about one of the biggest myths ever. The TPMS, or Tire Pressure Monitoring System. Many drivers think this is your tire's guardian angel, the ultimate authority. Wrong. TPMS only triggers when pressure drops 25% below recommended. On a 32 psi car, The light won't illuminate until around 24 psi, well into dangerous territory. That's weeks of silent tire murder before your light even turns on. The TPMS is an emergency system, not a maintenance tool. You need a reliable digital gauge, check manually at least once a month, and pay attention to your tires. So how do you find your perfect pressure? Start with the door sticker number and add roughly 6 psi. Drive for a couple of weeks and inspect the tread. If the edges wear faster than the center, add 2 psi. If the center wears faster, drop 2 psi. Most people end up somewhere between 36 and 42 psi, balancing longevity, fuel efficiency, and handling. Track your fuel economy too. Higher pressure almost always improves MPG. Here's another eye-opener. Stopping distance. Underinflated tires flex more under braking, increasing stopping distance. Properly inflated tires stop faster, grip the road better, and reduce risk in emergencies. Tests show the difference between 30 psi and 40 psi tires can be 10 to 15 feet at 60 miles per hour. That could be the difference between a close call and an accident. Ever wonder why manufacturers put such low numbers on the door sticker? There are a few reasons. Liability. They account for worst-case scenarios. Comfort. Lower pressure feels softer during test drives. Air loss over time. Tires naturally lose about 1 psi per month. Set it low, and even if you never check, you're less likely to exceed maximum pressure. The problem is, if you never check, in a year you could be at 20 psi without realizing it. Here's the takeaway. That number on your door is a baseline minimum, not your target. Your optimal pressure depends on your tire, car, load, and driving style. For most drivers, 38 to 42 psi is the magic zone. Perfect tread wear, better fuel economy, safer handling, and a car that actually feels alive on the road. And here's a final tip. Don't forget this small but critical habit. Rotate your tires regularly, at least every 5,000 to 7,000 miles. Even perfectly inflated tires wear unevenly if rotation is ignored. Pay attention to alignment too. Even the best tire setup can't save you if your wheels are slightly misaligned. That one little bump in the curb or a harsh pothole could throw your alignment off and lead to uneven wear and unpredictable handling. By the end of this, you're not just changing your tire pressure. You're taking your car from a good enough commuter to a precision machine that's safer, more economical, and more enjoyable to drive. Tire pressure is free horsepower, free fuel efficiency, and free tire life, all in one. All you need is awareness, consistency, and a bit of curiosity. So now I want to hear from you. What's your country, and what tire habits are common there? Do you check your pressure monthly, or have you been blindly trusting that sticker for years? Comment below. I want to know your experience. And if this video just saved you from wasting hundreds on tires, hit that like button, share with your friends, and subscribe for more insider car truths the auto industry doesn't want you to know. Trust me, your car and your wallet will thank you.